ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳತ್ತನಪ್ಪ.
966
35
35
8585.
8585.
Hello dear students.
1 minute.
I would like to speak on some aspects of the plants regarding their importance and evolutionary aspects. So there is a saying in biology that life would have been impossible in the absence of green plants. It is true to the core level that the plants evolved prior to the origin of the animal kingdom. So because of the pioneers in the process of evolution, they have got the capacity to harvest the light energy into chemical energy, where it is made into materials like plant products. Firstly the sugars, next proteins and the fats. Of course, second and third category of the plant materials, although they are having their specific characteristics, they are also made of the primary product of the plants, very important process, that is photosynthesis. This photosynthesis is a unique property of all green plants, where they can do the work of synthesizing the food materials, like what I said, the carbohydrates, proteins and fats, and also some other products like the alkaloids, resins and gums, etc. etc. Plants with their enzymatic system in their cells, especially the organelles like chloroplasts containing innumerable number of chlorophyll, which is called as a pigment, has the capacity to absorb the energy of light radiation, where this energy is captured by the chlorophyll molecules, and then they release their energy in the form of electrons, which are excited from the ground state of chlorophyll molecule. The same is used up by the so many number of chemical elements present in the cell, like hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, etc. and etc. So all these are going to become oxidized and reduced with the combination of oxygen and hydrogen respectively. So thereby, with various steps in the biochemical reactions, so many number of enzymes catalyzing ultimately to make the food products. So from this point of view, as the food obtained in the form of chemicals stored in the different parts of the plant is from the light energy only. So this heat energy in plants is being converted into chemical energy, and this chemical energy in the form of food molecules is being seen as the flowing energy into all animal kingdom. So any animal, a small or big, is unable to prepare its own food material. It has to rely on the green plants only. So this dynamic activity of all animals is due to the energy available in the food molecules. Again, this energy in the animal kingdom is being released in the form of heat, again with the enzymatic activity in plant cells by way of respiration. So respiration, although it is a process of all living beings, where very superficially can be said as the intake of oxygen and giving out of carbon dioxide. It is not so simple. While intaking the gas into the body, animal cells receive oxygen, where this oxygen is going to combine with the food molecules. Thereby the bonds available between the food molecules like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen, where the foods are the carbohydrates, proteins and fats, and these bonds are being broken with the supply of oxygen to the cellular level. So that takes place in the mitochondria, and there the energy is being released, and some of the energy is made into a biological currency called as ATP. So that remains in the cell as a storehouse of energy. Whenever the cell or organ or organism wants to get the or obtain the energy, there the ATP is being utilized and it will be converted into ADP and AMP, which are the less energy molecules than the ATP. So the dynamic activity of the whole animal kingdom is due to the supply of food material from the plants, and the plants are the sole suppliers of the energy for themselves as well as for the animal kingdom. Not only from this point of view the plants are important, they are also releasing the oxygen during the process of food manufacture, that is the photosynthesis. As a byproduct of photosynthesis, oxygen is being liberated, and this oxygen is a life freshener for all living beings, including the man. So this is also a very important work, where the plants are acting like the cleaners of the environment, where they put the sufficient oxygen into the environment, where it remains in the range of about 20 to 21% of the total atmospheric gases. So from this point of also, it is also responsible to maintain the greenery on the earth, where they release the oxygen into the air, thereby including the human beings. All animals are inhaling the oxygen and they get life. So the living means it is respiring. Respiring means it is using oxygen. So oxygen is also known as the life gas. Not only the food and oxygen we are obtaining from the plants, plants are also responsible to maintain the various cycles in nature, like the water cycle, carbon dioxide cycle, etc., where water is absorbed by the plants from the ground level. Whenever rains are there, floods are there, so much amount of water being let into the underground and maintains the water level, that is called as water table, and this water again being absorbed by the plants goes throughout the body of the plant, especially from the leaves. It gets into again environment in the form of vapors. So on condensation of this vapor, there is a possibility to form the clouds, and these clouds on getting the gravity heavy and under the influence of sunlight, again environmental factors acting there to make it as a downpour or rain. So on raining, again we get back the water to the ground, and that process continues with the help of plants only. So rain, oxygen and food molecules, which are indispensable for the continuity of life, the whole life on the earth, is possible by the plants. So the plants are very very important organisms on the earth, and these are to be protected, conserved for the generations to come. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your patient hearing. Thank you very much.